It was just so long. And that's what she said. And that is also what I said when I was looking at UAVS. Wow, that halt was just about 60 minutes, right at the end of the recap that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit when we go to the charts. It was unhalted, and we watched this dip. Ooh, what's that? This dip from basically 288 to $1 in just a split second. So you got to watch out with these halts, and you got to watch out with trading news, and you got to watch out trading small caps after 11 o'clock around big news, because 11:11 came around, somebody made a wish, and that wish either was granted or was rejected beyond measure. Today, I really want to focus on recapping these, obviously the lead gappers today, and focusing on trading what's hot and trading those perfect, breakouts. I mean, this is a gap and go strategy, and sometimes I don't get aggressive on these breakouts, these nice, bull flag consolidation, 1, 2, 3, 1 minute pullbacks, and then you just rips, 10, 20, 30%. We saw so many today. So I'm going to show you guys across the board, all these nice moves. Luckily today we ended green, but it could have been such a better green day if I got more aggressive on those moments when you should be getting aggressive. Just like a poker player, you want to play, you want to be a tag player, tight and aggressive. Basically, when you have a good hand, that's when you want to start getting aggressive, and you don't want to just start calling stuff left and right and just, going all in just for giggles. And then really the second point I want to drive home more than anything is you want to be careful trading around news. Today with UAVS, this was such a good stock to trade all morning. By the time 10:30, that's when it's really started reversing a little bit. I would even say closer to 10, but it had such a solid room. You could be done trading for the day, like I was. By 10:30, I was done trading for the day. I'll show you guys all my trades today. My last trade was like at 10:22 or something like that, because I know after 10:30, that's when things get ugly. Almost all of my big losers are after 10:30, and it's just like stuff like we saw today with UAVS. Honestly, there's so much good stuff to review, so let's go to the charts now. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy this content. If you're totally new here, fun little fact, I go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to review my watch list and then trade the market open. Every day the market's open, so if you're interested to learn more about day trading, especially small caps, I'll see you there. Whew, let's head over to the charts. All right, guys, so here we are. Typically, I start my recap videos like 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you know what? I give this one a little bit longer. Right now, it's 11:52 a.m. Eastern Standard, and I was just, I wanted to see this thing get unhalted. It got frozen. UAVS, the lead gapper on the day, got frozen at 11:11. And it's been halted since then. So I thought this was a volatility halt, which typically lasts about 10 minutes. And this thing just does not stop getting halted. And actually, some news just came out about it. Let's see here. So we had the halted. Shares remain halted. Here we go. Let's quickly see here what's going on. CEO, replacement CEO process has been extreme progress. A few days. So replacing CEO, they had disclosing an AK filing. We'll definitely have to go through that one. Man, so there's just so much news came out in this conference call that who knows. On the AK, probably some warrants, probably some exercisable prices. Who knows? There could be a DPO, direct public offering. Just horrible. I mean, this thing dipped quite substantially here in just 2 minutes, 22%, and they got halted. So watching this thing open up is going to be quite interesting. That's kind of what I was waiting for. But we've been waiting over 40 minutes. I've never seen a halt this long before. Even market-wide halts are only 15 minutes. Sometimes you'll get these news halts that are like 15 minutes as well, or 20 minutes, but I've never seen this before. Just a lot of rebranding corporation. A lot of crazy news here. So I'm sorry if you're in this hold, but this is what I talk about a lot. So I wrapped up trading at 10:30. You can see my last trade was here at, I don't know, somewhere at 10:22 or something like that. I'm looking for this little bounce trade here, and this was nice. Kind of wanted to do this trade a little bit, but you know, this was past 10:30. Sometimes I'll trade till 6 o'clock, but after 6, I basically throw in the towel unless there's like a super amazing trade. And this is it. This is the reason why. I mean, we knew all day today that this company was going to have a conference call at 11 o'clock. So leading up to 11 o'clock, things were getting shaky. I mean, we had a quick pullback here, a giant spike to the upside, 20% move here. I mean, this thing was all over the place. It was getting really, really tough to trade. What I want to be trading is these first phases right here. So we had a nice little run up, kind of aggressive pullback here, kind of started holding the highs. Then we had a nice breakout here. We had a bull flag here, nice continuation move, 22% here. So this is what I look for. Although I gotta say, I didn't trade any of this, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt a little bit about this, that I wasn't trading it. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trading a little bit sloppy. We're gonna be trading, reviewing MWK as well, because I just had a horrible trade on this one today. So I have alert here. If this one opens up, I want to see. Maybe we can watch this one. Otherwise, I have no idea when this is gonna open up. So I'm not gonna wait till the middle of the night just to see how this thing goes. You guys will be able to check that out at your own time. And tomorrow on the live stream as well at 9:15, we'll definitely be reviewing UAVS. Actually, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below about the new scanner that we have set up here. If you were in the stream today, if you guys weren't in the stream, definitely check it out next time. I set it up a little bit different. So we have our watch list and our gap scanner here that are constantly updating. So there's no stocks anymore here. But this will always be updating pre-market, and then once the market opens, we have this one that is constantly showing us the lead small cap movers. Kind of a switch that I made because one of you guys left a comment and said, Alex, why do you always move over your scanner, save it, and then put it on your watch list? And I was like, you're totally right. That's idiotic of me. So I went ahead and moved the scanner, which you can find here, the gap scanner pre-market. You click on that, and then it comes over here, and it's always being populated. If you guys want to check out my scanners, in the video description below, I have links to all my scanners, and you guys could just import them into your own TOS. So yeah, you know, just watching UAVS, this thing is just absolutely insane. Let's quickly talk about some other moves. We have XELA. This one was really, really nice pre-market, or not pre-market, but you know, out of the gates. Actually, this bounce is freaking nice. Look at that bounce. That is a really, really sexy bounce. Okay, so this one, XELA, gapping up right here about 70%. I wasn't looking at it because I wasn't really focused on stocks sub $1, and that's why I typically never trade them. To me, they move a little bit more sporadic. A lot of gap and go traders, momentum traders, totally avoid them because they have higher commissions based, because you have, sometimes you pay per share, and then if you're trading sub $1, you're all of a sudden like 10, 20, 30,000 shares once you're using big position size. So they get very, very expensive to trade. So a lot of traders kind of avoid them, and then you get these big spreads, and then you get these kind of flash pullbacks. XELA actually traded quite nicely, so I do want to review it a little bit as well. Not to mention, I mean, check out the shares outstanding, 150 million. It's just way too much. But we had a bit of a red to green move, pulled higher here, and then we made a really nice bull flag here. We had 1, 2 red kind of candles, I guess, just one red candle, but basically pulled back here, a 2-minute pullback, almost a 3-minute pullback, and then we broke higher here. Once we broke higher here, this red candle would have been the time to get aggressive. So let's say you entered here at 0.412. This thing runs 33% and basically just continuous movements. There's no way I probably would have held all that, but that's exactly what we're looking for. SNGX, this was one of the lead gappers that sold off. It was looking pretty good pre-market, but then what I didn't like about it was we're on the backside of the move, and I said if it breaks over $2, it's going to be interesting again. Otherwise, I'm not going to look at it, and never broke above $2, so we never actually paid attention to this one. We are also looking at SECO. Where did this one go? This one just totally fell off a cliff. SECO. I'm not even sure. Let me just type it in. SECO. This one had 56 million shares outstanding, a Chinese retail company. Similar situation. I was like, if this one breaks above 3.4, then it'll probably get interesting, and I'd probably like to trade it. You can see there's big time resistance right around 3.4, 3.5. So I would like to see this break higher, maybe have a little pullback, and then I would have probably wanted to get aggressive. So that's why I have an alert here at 3.45. The one I did trade today, MWK, this one, popped up on our scanner, was moving higher, everything was looking good. You can probably see it somewhere here. Should be, here it is, MWK, 17 million shares outstanding, 75 million market cap, not that much dollar volume. That was kind of the big problem with this one. Did have a catalyst. Let me go here. You always want to check for a catalyst. There's always got to be a catalyst. Big movers today. Fastest growing company by Financial Times. Actually, you know what? This one did not have a catalyst. We did have a little bit of alert here, but this is not very important. So that's why I wasn't really looking at it pre-market, but then it started moving up higher here. It is trading in a way that I really, really like. So check this out. We, start pulling up here, have a little pullback, breakout, pullback, and then this is really when it starts getting interesting. When we hit this pre-market high right here, about 4.4, we have a pullback here, and then we start rallying up. This was a 16% move, especially at this break at 4.4. This was the really nice big green candle. What I was looking for was a bit of a reversal back to 4.5 and then trade this into a continuation. This time it didn't really work out. We did get a break higher. So if I held this one, it would have worked out, but I actually ended up cutting my losses right here at 4. To me, I was like, I can't, risk this. This is going back too far, so I'm gonna have to cut my losses. Unfortunately, this was one of those trades where I cut my losses at basically the perfect low, which is always a little bit painful. It did end up breaking 4 and kind of went 2% lower, but just yeah. I mean, you can't really predict that this is going to happen. Either way, there was no volume here. There was no catalyst. MWK, I deserve to take this loss. I totally didn't really stick to my rules because, first of all, I'm not trading breakout momentum. I mean, the trades I should have took was here, right? Between 9:30 and about 9:50, basically. So we had, 2 potential maybe entries on this one. In the beginning of the day, this MWK was up here because it was still kind of interesting. A lot of people were looking at it. But yeah, this one just kind of fell off a cliff and kind of became less exciting. What I always want to look for, obviously, like I say, below 50 million market cap, float, gapping up pre-market, ideally over 40%, and then it has to have a catalyst. It should have a catalyst, and MWK did not have a catalyst. So getting aggressive on this one was just not the right idea. Plus, I want to be looking for stocks that a lot of people are trading, and anything under 10 million in float by like 11 o'clock is not really interesting. UAVS, look at this one, 500 million, and it's been halted basically this whole time. So by 10:30, it already had 400 million float. So this thing was moving actively. This thing was looking really, really good. It didn't even pop up on our scanner till a little bit later because it wasn't really gapping up. It was a big runner from the day before. You can see here on the daily chart, big green candle. So this is a second green day, which you want to be a little bit more cautious of. But right around here, it popped up on our scanner because it finally went over 25% or 20% from the pre-market high from yesterday. So let's kind of map this out a little bit. Ran up 40%. And then when I ran the scanner, it was around 835. So it was no longer over 20%. And then we finally had this nice little push here. So then right before the market opened, it came back on my scanner, and this is when things got kind of interesting. I probably should have traded it pre-market at like 9:18 or something like this, because nice move here, continuation, pull back to the 15-minute EMA, and then it rips, 33%. So actually trading this one pre-market would have been a good ticket, taking profits quickly, and then maybe buying, like we said, actually in the stream, if you guys remember this was like a perfect pullback here to 57, kind of 53 even. Nice move higher here. We had the breakout from 53, and then boom, quick pullback and a nice little rally higher. This would have been such a nice trade. I really wish I did that trade. I should have got aggressive. I always say you got to get aggressive in the first 15 minutes. And every time I don't, I do something stupid instead. And today, that stupid thing was MWK, which was my first trade. Just placing a limit order here, waiting for that pullback. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works very well, but this time it just didn't. And I don't know. I should have been focused on the lead gap, UAVS, because we still had time before the news came out. We didn't know how bad the news was going to be. I don't like trading around news, and this is exactly the reason why. But so many good opportunities in here. So I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't, trade these really nice breakouts. Look at this breakout right here. Even this breakout and this pullback. There's so many good times to trade UAVS. Luckily, I did get, 2 nice dip buys here. I got this first dip buy, sold a little bit too early, and my entry wasn't the best here. I missed this entry by like just a second or two. I got this entry okay. Again, sold a little bit too early, but overall, ended the day green. But it could have been like yesterday could have been a phenomenal day as well. Today could have been a super phenomenal day, but both days were just kind of like, you know, nice, okay green days. Better than red day. I'm not complaining, but again, you know, getting aggressive kind of at the wrong times, just things like that, you know, I know not to do, but sometimes I still do it. And I'm still shocked. It's 12:05 and UAVS is still unhalted. I've never experienced this before, and it's a bit wild. It's basically 60 minutes now, so almost an hour. We're 6 minutes away from an hour. This got halted at 11:11. Yeah, so somebody made a wish and got. I don't think that wish was delivered unless there was a short seller. Talk about rejection. This is going to be an interesting open if it ever does open today. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but. Whew, a lot of interesting stuff moving today. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up there. Just, I think key takeaway as, you know, if you're a gap and go, key point, honestly, today is, you know, if you're a gap and go momentum trader, if you're trading this the way I'm trading, if you're joining the streams, you got to watch out. After 11 o'clock, sketchy stuff happens. Most of my big losers come after 10:30. That's when the breakouts are a little bit weaker. Volume's disappearing. News comes out. You got to watch out. You don't want to trade around news. See, in this area, we're still, you know, buying the rumor. But in this area, things are getting a little shaky. So, oh, look at this open here. 1.52, 1.3, just absolutely getting crushed. Oh my Lord. Oh, this is interesting. Here we go. Whew. Dips all the way down to 152. There's some buyers here. Big buyers, actually. 2,000. Wow. I did not think that it got halted again. Well, of course it got halted. Oh my Lord. This was a 60% dip. Whew. All right, so this is going to be halted for 10 minutes. So this is going to open up at 12:17 or 12:16:52. So yeah, it was halted due to volatility, I guess, at this time. And those halts typically last 10 minutes. Or this is going to be another 50-minute halt. I don't know what's going to happen. That was insane. Whew. This is why you want to cut your losses. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. Again, like I said, or I was trying to say, one of the biggest lessons is you really just want to watch out. If you're a momentum trader, you want to watch out for low volume. You want to watch out for news. That's very unpredictable stuff. What you want to be focused on is these predictable moves. You got these nice breakouts, these bull flags, these breakouts from there, stocks trending higher. I mean, this is stuff that we talk about all the time. I originally have been a dip buyer my whole life, so these kind of dip buys come a bit more natural to me. But at the same time, you know, this is what I want to work on a little bit more. And that's why I'm doing this whole challenge and growing a small account right now from $4,000 to $6,000, even as we pay ourselves 25% of the last month's profit every month. So growing the account nicely. I mean, this account should be probably closer to $7,000 if we weren't paying ourselves. So cool stuff. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you guys enjoy this content. These hopefully raw footages, and not necessarily just, you know, recaps isn't that raw, but definitely on the live streams. If you're totally new here, consider checking out the live streams. We go live, like I said, every morning at 9:15 a.m. I'll stop rambling here. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay safe and make some awesome trades. I'll see you next time tomorrow morning then. Ciao, ciao.